Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. This is going to be incomplete.
They've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
They're on 41-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
The running back.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He was
now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
The extra point.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
At the 34-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off. Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The play fake, and it's Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down here in the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass in the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year, because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Point after, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the 1st quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw here. Out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Chiefs, nothing.
Play action. It's Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Yards to go.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. The last drive he threw.
Really? I'm going to get up out of here with that.
The pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know, there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. After the run, now Darnold to throw. He finds a man with a crossing route. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Down beyond the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And some room to roam now. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more. Try to loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. This is caught. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And again, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. In the final seconds of the first half, and the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
For the point after.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row, we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He fell down
And with just
again.
1
What is
second
going on?
remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
He was all by himself, and out of the blue, he falls down. What is going on with that?
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Wow.
All right, folks,
I mean,
here we
there
get
was
back to this
nothing
Week
but
4
green,
matchup. We won't put up a
He
fight.
fell down.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime
He's
just
being
working with
blocked,
them
but
on,
he's tapped and
here's
he's
what we
being
think
blocked.
they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now this time he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Touchdown, Jaguars! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And he'll bang that one through. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try to create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Now Mahomes. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
And a first down, Chiefs.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And a short gain down to about the 33.
They certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Running out of the wild.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Off of play action, Darnold. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And it goes for a gain of 31.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right.
Okay, why are you making him run all the way out like that?
But this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Trying to follow the freaking ball.
At the Chiefs' 22-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Steps away. He'll run it. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And this offense continues to pour it on as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And boy, are they going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
At their own 25-yard line.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Oh, he got Position on him, and he pulls it in. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to rip. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Okay, my 2 guys bumped into each other.
Right around the line of
That's
scrimmage.
dumb.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
On the play. It's 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They could have blocked and
So
see it
Jaguar
if we made
football
them
here
bump
as we
into each
welcome
other.
you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
Complete.
An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 43 yards. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
The Jaguars take
Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, it hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point attempt to follow here. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A big offensive explosion leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points